Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy KTK, and today we are reacting to the NBA is becoming unwatchable. Now we're going to be taking a look into this video. Let's see why the NBA is becoming unwatchable. Well, duh, that's what the video is about. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get straight into it, man. I ain't gonna really yap too much. You feel me? Let's get straight into the video.
Flopping.
Let me
How about the flopping? Flopping.
Alright. I know, 3 seconds into the video, and I'm already pausing, but hear me out. Flopping, we can only think about one guy. Right now, we can only think about one guy. I ain't gonna say his name, but I'll let y'all figure that out by yourselves.
Flopping. Big conversation.
Can officiating get better? Of course. Can officials get fooled occasionally? We're always looking at that as well.
Yeah,
OKC is
right.
bad for NBA because of the style of play and their floppers and everything.
Indeed,
I'm
I
mad
agree.
at SGA for a competitive advantage trying to find one. I'm mad at the NBA for not being able to figure that out. You want a team that everyone can galvanize behind and be like, we hate them.
I have been looking forward to this series all
Wait,
season
hold on, is
long.
it slowing? Hold on. I swear it was hot. Why is it on 7.5? What the hell? Oh, my bad, guys. Just
I
kidding.
knew in my heart of hearts that the San Antonio Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder were eventually going to meet in the Western Conference Finals. But unfortunately, as good as this series has been, this whole series as a whole might be tainted forever. There were two main
For real.
stories surrounding the Western Conference Finals. One is Victor Wembanyama being the best player in the world, and the Thunder playing the most unethical form of basketball possible. Obviously,
Damn,
Wemby
bro.
deserves
Hell no. Bro, this is a basketball court, not the pool. How is he
unethical
diving?
form of basketball possible.
Yo, get this man a swim
Obviously,
team
Wemby
right now,
deserves
bro. I don't
all
want to hear
the
about
attention
nobody
he's getting
saying
from
about
this series,
blacks
but
can't
this
swim.
video
That
is
guy can
about the
swim.
latter.
I never
all
seen a black.
series long,
Oh
the
my
Thunder
god.
did nothing but flop and play dirty basketball, and it
Damn,
needs to
bro.
be addressed.
Get up,
The
bro.
Oklahoma City Thunder have NBA referees in the palm of their hand, and it might end up ruining basketball as we know it. So obviously, I have the receipts
hold
to
on.
back.
If y'all don't know right now, like, I think when as recording this, the final game is going on right now, and I think the Spurs are up. So don't worry, the Spurs are gonna win this. All right, we ain't gonna see free throw man in the finals. So be okay. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right, man. Come on.
This one up. Before we get to the content, I just wanted to shout out my pop culture channel. If you like the way we do NBA deep,
my bad, bro. By the way, this video is from the Flat Mike. So yo, shout out to him. Yeah, double video, bro.
dives, then I think you're really going to enjoy
Flight
how we
Reacts.
cover some other
Flight
topics
Team
that
stand
don't
up.
pertain to sports. The channel's called Flight Mike TV. I'm going to leave a link to it in the description down below and pinned in the comment section. And now that we get all
Is
that
this
out
too
of the
low?
way, let's get to today's video.
Let's turn this up a bit.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? The Oklahoma City Thunder are now abusing the whistle more than ever, and it's becoming nearly unwatchable. There's so much discourse
Is that
online
goaltending?
for
Come
how
on,
the
bro.
Thunder did nothing but flop all series long and play aggressive, unethical basketball on both ends of the court. And I cannot.
Bro, it's so bad that I bet if I was supposed to 1v1 SGA, he'd be flopping more than using his actual moves. And that's coming from me, bro. If I 1v1 SGA right now, I bet you most of his points are coming from free throws. Yes, I said it, bro. I said it. You can send this video to him right now. Clip this video, clip it and send it to him right now, bro. I could 1v1 SGA right now, and most of his points will come from free throws. I said it.
Necessarily say I disagree with that statement. There are plenty of people for me to talk about surrounding this narrative, and I'm going to cover all the bases. But I can't start a video about the
Atrocious.
OKC Thunder and flopping without talking about the reigning two-time MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I want to give
MVP?
credit where credit's due. Shai is an absolute hooper. I mean, the guy just won his second straight MVP and is also the reigning Finals MVP. And that's what's so frustrating about this situation. This is so unnecessary. He doesn't
man.
need to be flopping at every single chance he gets. He's the best
Yeah, that's
scorer
the
that
thing, though. You see, what I'm trying to say is, right? SGA is an hooper. You feel me? It's just that he flops so much. Like, why? Like, actually, you have a bag. Get in your bag. Stop flopping, bro. Come on, man. Make yourself look bad. Look at him. He's on the floor. Bro, that's the same position I hit when I'm about to go to sleep. Like, bro, get up.
Basketball has to offer. So why is he falling to the ground every time he shoots? Before we dive into this, I want to provide you guys some clips of the 2009 Western Conference Finals between the Denver Nuggets and the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, as a Los Angeles Lakers fan, this is obviously one of my favorite series of all time. It was a competitive matchup between two of the greatest scorers of the 2000s.
Well, let's make sure I'm recording real quick. I'm not recording. Alright, we cool.
Kobe Bryant and Carmelo Anthony, and you could tell both of them were fighting for their lives in this series. Each had something that they desperately were trying to prove. Carmelo Anthony was trying to win his first championship. After
okay, I remember this game, bro. I remember this game. Yeah, I was like in like what the 5th grade when this happened. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, I'm joking. I was reporting him, bro.
For 6 years and having the worst luck with the roster being assembled around him, a failed stint with Allen Iverson that resulted in a trade for Chauncey Billups, Carmelo Anthony was desperately trying to win his first championship, whereas Kobe Bryant was trying to win his first championship without Shaq. And just look at the way these two were going at each other. There was no flopping, there was no flailing. It was just
exactly.
Two of the
Come on, bro.
Of their generation.
The guys moving like paper nowadays.
And to back up my claim, I want to show you a chart that came out early during the Western Conference Finals that was made by Yahoo Sports analyst Tom Haberstroh. And maybe this will open some of your eyes, because this is actually wild to look at. Tom Haberstroh compiled a list that compared how often Shai Gilgeous-Alexander falls on his shot attempts compared to his conference finals peers. If you look at just the 4 players who aren't named Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who are James Harden, Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, and Victor Wembanyama, you see that on shots where they aren't fouled, James Harden falls on 8.7% of those attempts. Jalen Brunson falls at 7.9%, Donovan Mitchell at 7.6%, and Victor Wembanyama at a ridiculously ethical 0.6%.
That's why he's the best in the world right now.
Wembanyama is like a 7'7" or 7'6" giant, and him taking falls just to get some foul calls is not going to produce the best ROI, considering how every fall that Wemby takes is a huge risk. But on shots where they're fouled, Harden falls on 29.3% of those attempts, Jalen Brunson at 19.2%, Mitchell at 17.9%, and Wemby at 25%, making their total amount of falls on every single shot attempt, foul or not, 11.9% for Harden, 9% for Brunson, 8.4% for Mitchell, and 4.2% for Wemby. Then, if you look at the top of this list, you see that Shai has fallen on 10.7% of the shots he wasn't fouled on. And this is the worst part. A ridiculous 51.4% of the shots that he is fouled on, totaling 17.4% of his shots resulting in a flop. Guys, is that not insane? And it's not like I'm just cherry picking these stats. There is video evidence of these flops happening all the time. And whenever you're flopping on 51.4% of your shots, it's going to be in every NBA fan's face. The worst one was this one in game 4. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander steps back and goes up for a shot here. And instead of contesting the shot, De'Aaron Fox literally puts his hands down and tries to avoid Shai because he knows Shai has an absurdly sensitive whistle. And this was still a foul call because Shai fell to the ground on the way down, and Shai was back at his favorite place on the court, the free throw line. It's not just that either. Here's another flop, and another flop on a shot he literally made, and another flop, and another flop, and here's one more. It's all game, every game with this stuff.
Bro, I'm telling you, SGA could be playing against my grandma, bro. He could be playing against my grandma, and he will see the floor more times than he sees the net. Come on, bro. Lock in. That's why I keep on saying, bro. Anthony Edwards is a better player, bro. I'm being honest. Because tell me what most of his shots come from the free throw line. Come on, bro. And listen, you know, getting fouls is a good skill, but it comes to a point. Stop overusing it, man. This is my last time
understand it. I've seen it. Shai has one of the deepest bags I've ever seen when he isn't hunting free throws. He's one of the shiftiest players in the NBA. But for some reason, he does that way more often than not. Over the last 2 seasons, there have been only 2 players with over 1,000 total free
throws. Bro! This is like a gap. Damn! This is why I call him free throw man, dog. Because 1,561.
throws.
Insane,
James
bro.
Harden with 1,048 and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with a whopping 1,561.
Bro,
The
someone do the math
man
on that,
lives
bro.
at the free throw line, which sucks because Shai could be one of the most fun players in all of basketball to watch when he's not flopping.
It's gotten to a breaking point because every night the Thunder play, the next morning, the #1 storyline is either Wembanyama or the flopping Thunder.
It's not just Shai's flopping that everybody considers unethical. Everybody on the team does it, and they also play very dirty basketball. Some of the
Hey,
moments
listen,
I'm about
man.
to show you from this
Birds of a
series
feather
are
flock
completely
together.
ridiculous, but hey, it's just Thunder basketball. Here's a clip of Jared McCain elbowing Dylan Harper in the throat in transition before simply falling to the ground for a
Yo,
foul
give
call
that man
on
an
the other
assault,
end.
bro.
Here's a clip of Chet Holmgren blatantly stepping on Victor Wembanyama's foot after a free throw to prevent him from getting a rebound. Here's a clip of Isaiah Hartenstein pulling Stephon
Excuse
Castle's
me?
hair, which was a no call, by the way. Here's a clip of Lou Dort literally diving at De'Aaron Fox's ankle to quote unquote grab a loose ball. Here's Kason
That's
Wallace
a
straight
lie,
up jumping
bro.
into Wemby for a foul call while Wemby is
Are
literally
we
crouching
serious?
instead of contesting to avoid the foul, which was called anyway. And last but not least, arguably the most shameless one of them all, is a clip of Jalen Williams taking a wide open mid-range but flailing his legs for no reason other than to get a whistle. It's not just Shai Gilgeous-Alexander that's playing like this, it's everyone on the team. It's as if Mark Davis
Hey, listen, man. I'm telling you, bro. It's an infection. It's an infection, bro. It's an infection. That's what I'm saying. If I got drafted for the NBA and my #1 pick was the OKC, yeah, bro, it's over. I'm gonna play in J League, bro. I'm gonna play in G League, bro. I already play for the Washington Wizards, bro. Come on, dog. Last team I'm playing for. I want to actually leave a legacy, bro. Come on, dog. We're gonna go play street ball in the hood. Yeah, I'm lying, bro. I'm lying. That's a lie. That's a lie. Them bands be huge though. I ain't gonna lie to you, so.
Aguinaldo sets aside a few hours every single practice just to practice flopping. And if your eyes aren't
That's a lie.
open to it yet, then I don't know what to tell you. It's on
It's
video.
Jared
It's
McCain,
clear
bro.
as
Let's
day,
go back
and
to
there are
doing
way
TikToks
too
at
many
this point.
examples of this on-court behavior to just be a one-off thing. This is clearly just the culture that
Yikes.
Oklahoma City brings to the NBA. But hey, it's not their fault. The referees feed right into it.
Trying to play through it, you know, it's tough. The way they guard, how physical they are. We don't get that same luxury to be able to play as physical on the other end at times. Offensively,
Bro,
I
so
think
sweet
we do a
talking.
good job.
No,
of
be honest. If they could actually say anything they want to say, bro, I'm telling you, this will be a completely different interview. Because I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but this guy looks like a crash out. I know he was fuming in the locker room, but I would be too. I'm gonna be honest. I would be too, man.
screening and playing through it.
Even the players in the game were talking about how rigged this series felt, and they had every right to feel that way. Every single flop OKC makes is rewarded with a whistle, and the worst part is it doesn't finish there. I want to show you a sequence of events from Game 5 specifically that had me genuinely mind blown.
Oh,
and there
now
were
that's
the
at the
first
most. That's at the most. Like, this is like such an out of pocket top, bro. Cause I want to say this, but I don't think I can say this. Should I say this? Nah, bro. I ain't gonna say this, bro. That's been up a wild statement, bro. I ain't gonna say.
moments in my time as a basketball fan when I've even genuinely believed that the refs were paid off in this series. The first thing
Alright, man. I'm gonna say, bro. You think when like SGA is cracking, right, and this girl like throws it back on him a bit too hard, you think he flops too? Alright, bro.
that happened was late in the third quarter when the refs missed the clearest goaltend of all time as
Damn,
Kason
that ball was
Wallace
in there.
blocked Luke Cornett's putback right above the freaking rim. That's insane in its own right, but what happened next is one of the worst cases of bad officiating that I have ever seen. Wemby goes to drive, but loses the ball, and it goes out of bounds. However, the replay showed that it was clearly out on Chet Holmgren. Naturally, upon seeing that Mitch Johnson goes to challenge the play, he gets completely ignored by the referee standing directly in front of him. This causes Mitch Johnson to lose his mind, resulting in a technical foul on Mitch Johnson and even more free throws for OKC. Oh, and of course, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander flopped and got a foul call while Mitch Johnson was going crazy, so he had an extra 2 free throws on top of the technical free throw. Look, I'm not some guy that has it out
man.
for the Oklahoma City
Free
Thunder.
throw,
I give a lot
man.
of credit for the way this team was built. It was built by robbing the Los Angeles Clippers, by developing homegrown talent by making intelligent trades and taking flyers on players that nobody wanted and developing them. They're one of the deepest teams in NBA history. At the same time, the brand of basketball that they're promoting is not the basketball I grew to love, and I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same way. And that's the thing that kills me about all of this, because while all of that was going on, the flopping, the hair pulling, the missed goaltends, the refs swallowing their whistles on everything except the stuff that benefits OKC, Victor Wembanyama was out there playing the most beautiful basketball on the planet, and he was doing it the right way. Go back to that Haberstroh chart. Remember those numbers. On shots where he's not fouled, Wemby falls to the ground 0.6% of the time. That's basically never. The dude is 7'6" or 7, launching himself at the rim play after play, and he almost never hits the floor looking for a call. Meanwhile, Shea is flopping on 51.4% of his fouled shot attempts, more than half, and falling on 17.4%.
Let me go check. Let me check the scores real quick. Damn, bro. This game is getting close. All right, man. All right. I'll be back.
Percent of everything he shoots, period. Guys, that's not a gap, that's a freaking canyon. These are the two best teams in the Western Conference, the 1 and 2 seed, two MVP caliber players going at each other in one of the most entertaining series we've seen in years, and they represent two completely different visions of what basketball could be. One plays the game like it's an art form, spinning, blocking, dunking, doing things we've never seen a human body do on a basketball court. He put up 41 and 24 in a double overtime classic in Game 1, and he did it without flopping a single time. The other guy is a two-time MVP, a rating finals MVP, one of the highest paid athletes in the history of professional sports, and he spends half of his possessions on the floor begging for a whistle. And again, the frustrating part about all of this is Shea doesn't need to do this. We've all seen his bag. When SGA decides to just hoop, the mid-range pull-ups, the Euro steps, the way he shifts his body in traffic, he's one of the most gifted scorers I've ever watched. He doesn't need to fall down. He doesn't need the refs. He chooses the free throw line, and that choice is what's going to define his legacy, whether he likes it or not. And I want you to think about something. What version of basketball do you want your kids to be growing up and watching? What version of basketball do you want to inspire the next generation of hoopers?
Not what SGA is playing, bro.
A copycat
Alright, listen, man. If I'm saying, I'm at my son's basketball game, and I see this man flopping every single time, bro. Yeah, it's over, bro. It's over. Yeah, I'm disowning him, man, bro. Because, like, come on, dog. You're making it look like I taught you how to flop. No, you're not going to be a flop. You're going to be a legend, bro. So stand on your feet. Come on. Drain those trees just like how I taught you, bro. And then when the game is done, you can finally say, yeah, my dad taught me this. Come on. Hold on. Let me go check something real quick. All right, yo, I'm back. Gotta do something important real
Shai
quick.
Gilgeous-Alexander's play style is just a more aggressive derivative of what James Harden was doing in the mid-2010s. When Harden turned foul baiting into an art form in Houston, every guard in the league started doing it. When Steph changed the way people shoot, every kid in America was pulling up from 30. I mean, literally, look at what Wemby did in Game 1. Tell me that wasn't Curry-esque. Players watch what works and they replicate it. So if Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins back-to-back championships playing like this, what message does that send to every young guard trying to fight for a spot in the NBA? Every college kid trying to make a roster? Every AAU player watching highlights on his phone? If you tell them that falling down, flailing your arms, hunting the whistle will work, that the refs will reward you, the league won't punish you, and you might win a ring by doing it, then we all know where this game is heading. And that brings me to the legacy.
That'll be a tragic future for the NBA, bro. I'm
something that no team has done since
drain.
Golden State in 2017 and 2018. That's 8 years. That's how hard it is. And if they pull it off, they deserve credit for the talent, for the depth,
I'm telling
and for the way.
If flopping becomes a thing, I'm telling you, bro, you're going to see me in the NBA, bro. Because if this is all it takes, you are going to see me in the NBA, bro. And I'm dropping that 30 points every game. Just by flopping alone. I'm telling them, bro, watch out.
Sam Presti built this roster. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that the Oklahoma City Thunder aren't good. They are, and they might be historically good, but there's going to be an asterisk. Maybe not an official one, but there's going to be a feeling. The same feeling people had about James Harden's Rockets, the same feeling people had about Joel Embiid's Sixers, the same feeling people have about Kevin Durant's 2 championships, except here's the difference. Harden never won a ring playing that way. Joel Embiid never got past the second round. The basketball gods always balanced it out. Fans could live with it because the foul baiters always got exposed when it mattered the most. But OKC already broke through that last year. They won game 7 of the finals. They got their parade. And if they do it again playing the exact same way with the refs enabling every single flop, then the basketball gods aren't balancing anything out. The system is just broken. And the NBA knows it. Kendrick Perkins is on national TV begging Adam Silver to raise the fine.
We have a serious problem right now. It was nothing but complaining. It was a lot of flopping going on. It was a lot of no calls. And here's the thing, right? And it's not just addressing the players with fines. That's one thing, but the officials got to have some level of accountability. Fans are sitting up here talking about the game is rigged. Got to have some level of accountability.
Yo, grown up man, bro. Did you just say accountability? You think I was gonna let that slide? Hey, run that back one more time.
With fines, that's one thing, but the officials got to have some level of accountability.
Oh, did you say it right? Oh, never mind. My bad, bro. You said it right.
Fans are sitting up here talking about the game is rigged.
Damian Lillard is tweeting that the refs are doing too much while watching from Portland. And Micah Parsons, one of the most famous podcasters in all of sports, is tweeting that basketball is becoming unwatchable. The players in the game are talking about it.
Are coaches teaching the embellishment or the flopping?
Yeah, for sure. It's being taught. Even before you get to the NBA, it's just something that you like work on by nature. I think the best scorers are usually the guys who get to the free throw line the most.
Flopping has ruined our game. Joel Embiid is a great player. Flops. He know it. This ain't breaking news. It is what it is.
Everybody sees it. Not a single flopping technical has been called in the conference finals. And the fine for getting caught is $2,000. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander makes $38.3 million this year. That fine is what he makes in roughly 25 minutes of a regular season game. That's a joke. So where does that leave us? It leaves us
his bag is almost as deep as mine, so I ain't gonna lie to you. Come on.
2 paths. One path looks like Victor Wembanyama, a generational alien who plays basketball so purely that he falls to the ground less than 1% of the time. The other path looks like what OKC is doing right now. A team so talented that they shouldn't need the refs,
someone
but they
take all
built
these
their
ankles.
Entire identity around
I'm joking, man. I don't
and
condone
right now,
any wishing injuries on any players.
Shai's
that was a joke.
But I don't respect this. And if the NBA doesn't figure out how to fix the officiating before these playoffs are over, they're going to watch the most exciting era gets swallowed up by free throws and flops. Victor Wembanyama is the future of basketball. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander could be as well if he just stopped falling down. Now, part of me hopes that the Oklahoma City Thunder win the NBA Finals, because if they don't, they can make the most game-breaking trade in the history of the NBA. A roster transaction that'll unbalance the NBA so aggressively that I'm comparing.
Wait, hold on, wait. Hold on, I missed that, bro. I was zoned out for a second there. What? Nah, bro. If Giannis goes to the Spurs, yeah, that's right, bro. Just give them the championship for the next 3 years, bro. At this point, just give it to them. Come on, dog. Just give it to them. If you're gonna add Giannis, bro, at MVP, oh, bro, that's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be terrible.
Game-breaking trade in the history of the NBA. A roster transaction that'll unbalance the NBA so aggressively that I'm comparing it to when Kevin Durant joined the Golden State Warriors. And it could very well happen if Shai doesn't go back-to-back. I break this down in a separate video. I'm going to leave it in the end screen. I'll meet you guys there. I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.
All right, yo. Yo, that's a W video, Mike. Low key, very informative. Feel me? Make sure you go check it out. Tough video. And yo, thank y'all for watching. See you next video, man. And yo, drop a like and share if you want the Spurs. Did I say share? I mean subscribe. My bad, bro. Make sure you like and subscribe if you don't want the Oklahoma City Thunders to win, bro. You feel me? Wemby on top. Let's get it. Peace.